we're here, and we pray God's blessings on you, your family, your world, and we begin our program, our stream today in the name of the Father, Son, and Holy Spirit, and we pray that you all have a blessed day. So, we have Sandy with us this morning. Woohoo! Just Sandy. And of course, we have Norgus R. Somebody's echoing around the room.
That's me.
Okay. I was thinking.
It might be me. Might be. Oh, no, it's me. I'm the rookie today. Oh, my goodness.
Look.
Oh, okay, Tracy. Here we go. I'm only doing this for you, sweetheart. Hello, Denise. How you doing this morning, hon? Thanks for coming. Okay, Tracy. Good morning, Tracy. Good morning to you. Good morning, Tracy. We love you and miss you so very much. We're praying for you, my dear.
Good morning to Denise. Good morning to you. Good morning to David. I'm not Tracy, but I'll have to do.
Thank you, Darlene. Well, good morning, David and Denise. Good to see y'all. Appreciate you coming in, David. Yeah, we usually are, David. We're usually on Darlene. I'm going to take the banner off so you can see everybody's names. Norgus R. We're usually on her channel on Monday through Friday mornings, starting at 8:30 Eastern time. And this morning she was dragging a lot from not getting hardly any sleep, if any at all. And so she wasn't up to hosting, but she's here with us as long as she can hang out. And David, I know from the coin community, and we welcome you to our live stream today and in our chat. This is just Sandy. Sandy makes beautiful, beautiful jewelry like this ring here that she made for me last year for my birthday. She's so sweet. And then Norgus is or Darlene is her official name. Well, Norgus is her official name. Darlene is her real name. She is our regular host, and she is just full of wit and fun all the time. And
oh my gosh, you might be overselling it this morning.
Anyway, that's the way it is. So we're just going to go with it as it is. So this morning we have our scripture. What then shall we say? If God is for us, who, and I threw in, or what can be against us? So we are blessed to have a loving God who cares about us and makes us more than conquerors. So we are good.
And David, I showed you some love while you was cutting grass on your channel. It was a short video, but good morning, Sonia.
Good morning, Sonia. Appreciate you coming in.
Did you get Liz Ann's, did the bell go off? Did you get the notification? Or did you know we were here because of me sending it out on Facebook? I want to make sure. I'm wanting to make sure that Liz Ann's notifications are going out.
Appreciate that very much. Oh, you missed the Keurig going off this morning, Sonia. You missed it. She did it before we started. But I'm sure she'll do it again.
Yeah, this is my first. This is my first cut, and Miss Priss up there.
What, wrong one? Over here.
Yeah, Miss Priss up there had to ask me, was I using the bathroom?
In your honor, of course. Hey, West Virginia treasure hunters, thanks for coming in.
Good morning. Good morning.
Appreciate you.
Well, Sandy, your icon is. Did you put it back regular, or is that the same one on YouTube?
That's the one on YouTube.
Okay, I was afraid somebody was
And I know West Virginia treasure hunters from the coin community as well.
Okay, let me.
Appreciate you coming in, West Virginia treasure
I
hunters.
think I got West Virginia yesterday. Let me see.
Yeah, I don't know if they were there or not.
Sasquatch.
Yeah. So we have Just Sandy, who makes amazing jewelry. She's a silversmith, and she's the one to my left. The one over, there. And we have Darlene, Norgus R, who is just below me. And she's our usual hostess that streams every day, Monday through Friday, from 8:30 until we don't have anything else to say. That's a while, I gotta tell you.
I know.
And we have Tracy Sickies, Just Living My Life, who's normally on the panel and on Nargis' show, and she is not feeling well at all. Her back is and leg is in much degree of pain, and she is unable to be with us this morning, but she is in our hearts and in our prayers, and we are thankful that she is in the chat.
And I'm hoping that she is propped up on her couch, you guys.
Yes, I'm hoping she's taking good care of herself in a comfortable position. Well, good morning, Chris O. Good to see you.
Oh, and thank you, Chris, for all the prayers, all of you guys.
Yes. Oh, I'm sorry, Sonia.
Yeah, see, Sonia, they can't get to Sonia's shoulder until after everything's over. And
yeah, that's true. Same thing with several people having to postpone necessary surgeries. There's a lady at my church who severely needs, who was scheduled for a knee surgery this week that's not able to, knee replacement surgery that's not able to have it because they're not doing those kinds of surgeries. Oh, good. So Tracy's got taken care of herself. So West Virginia treasure hunters, we usually are talking about all kinds of stuff in the mornings, and which we share. It's like sitting around the kitchen table, and we share what's on our hearts and our minds. And some of us have disabilities, some of us have other challenges in our life, but we are there for each other, and we have fun too. We cut up and have a good time. And we talk about our Lord and Savior, Jesus Christ, and because he is the center of our life. And it's all about him. It's all about Jesus. It's all about him. All about him.
And so, West Virginia, I showed you some love too. And I'll watch your video after this because I want to see about the Sasquatch.
Oh, yeah. I haven't seen that one. So, yes, we'll have to... everybody that's in the chat, if you'll show each other some love, if you haven't already, we appreciate that. And that's our purpose, is to be there for each other. And whenever we have something come up, we can watch each other's things. And if we have a live, we can join in. And
Tracy, did you get your saltines? Was Ryan able to find any yesterday?
Oh, good question. If y'all have any prayer requests, be sure to put those in the chat.
I'm the biohazard.
Excuse me?
I'm the biohazard.
You're the bio. I don't think so, but I don't see you glowing yet. So what's on your mind, everybody? Anybody?
I don't know. I need one of those little birthday things that you go poo and it comes back.
Yeah, those are fun.
To wake up, to try to get up and.
No saltines. Oh, so bad to be in this town. I'm so sorry, Tracy. I know those help with your your upset stomach in the mornings. I need somebody standing here with a stack of cue cards that actually have something worth saying on them.
Improv. What do you think I do?
Well, I'm improving, but
All of a sudden you run out of words, don't you? You just use up all of your words and you don't have nothing
yeah.
else to say.
I'm kind of like my grandson. My grandson's kind of like me. He never runs out of words either. But sometimes you just kind of get tired of hearing somebody go on and on and on. So I should shut up and let Sandy talk, maybe, or Darlene.
Arlene is good at it.
Good.
Yeah, there she is. Woohoo! Oh, you got Bailey.
Yes, she's standing here. She nudged me, and then she looked at my bag of cereal. No joke.
Oh, of course.
She looks at me, and when I seen her eyes, she looks over to my cereal.
Is that the Life cereal?
Yes, here,
Well,
take a
she
bite of
thinks
Life.
it's
Here,
free treats, just like
Here.
somebody said
here.
about the other cereal.
Let me throw them that way. Here. Throw them like chicken feed, you guys. Let me see. Now she got to find them. See there? And now she looked at me like that. She was disgusted. How dare you
Right.
throw them on the floor and make me eat them that way?
Well, not only that, it's like, is that all you got? Oh, well, I'm laughing a little bit too much. I guess I'm
No,
nervous.
you're not. No, how are you nervous when you've been with me so long?
Hey, I don't know. I don't feel nervous, but I'm sure. Yeah.
Wait, do that again. See, Mama's not up to catch that.
I don't know. I invited her, so we'll see.
Good morning, Grayscale Painting.
Yes,
Good
Grace.
morning. Good morning.
Good to see you. Smart dog. Yeah, there you go. And it's
Yeah,
a bit crazy.
that's how I fell asleep.
Go ahead.
That's how I fell asleep this morning at 4:00. I just
Oh,
hugged up to her, covered up, and I'm laying there with my arm around her.
and which? Go ahead.
I'm thinking, I see my husband right on the other side, and I'm like, there was a time here I was, and there was a time I would be reached up to him.
Yeah. I
I love
understand.
Bailey, but when did it come to this? That's what.
Of course. So which one is this? Oh boy, look at this. It got the gang.
Tracy, did you get your cheesy crackers? Do you have your cheesy crackers? Oh, Tracy said, how did Chica?
Yeah, I see that. Well, she still has her ear infection, and they gave her a different medicine this time. And so, whenever we go through this run of it, we're supposed to make an appointment for them to look at it again. Good morning, Amber.
Good morning, baby.
She got her allergy shot, her nails trimmed. Seems like there's something else. Oh yeah, they had to take a sample of her ears to check for what type of infection is there. And she just got poked and prodded way too much to suit her, and way too much for my pocketbook. But I love her dearly, and we. My husband laughed. He says, "I don't think we paid this much for the kids."
I know.
I said, "Well, yeah, we probably did over the long haul, but yeah, it does make you wonder some days." Cheez-Its and Townhouse crackers, but they aren't the same. That's true. That's true.
They're not. There's just something about saltines, or else all the pregnant women wouldn't eat them.
There you go.
Just
Thank you,
something.
Amber. I appreciate your support. So yeah, I was telling
You guys
Sandy
woke up all the dogs.
before. Say what?
You woke up all the dogs.
Yeah.
Oh, did I do that? Well, they didn't bark at least. That's
Well,
encouraging.
at least she woke up this dog, because my phone was going buzz, 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 buzz. So
Well,
then I was like throwing my hand trying to find it, and then it didn't want to. The keypad didn't want to work, so I had to shut it off, turn it back
Yeah.
on. But anyway, I'm like, okay, Liz is on. Let me go on in there.
I appreciate you coming
I mean,
on. I appreciate Sandy coming in.
Yeah, because part of, what I have to do in the mornings is setting it up. Setting it up, putting all the things in, all the bells and whistles and doing all that kind of stuff. So it does take me a little bit.
So did
And
you guys hear yesterday that I came back from the eye doctor and I actually have 20/20 vision in that eye now?
Awesome. No, I didn't know
no,
that. That is fantastic. That is,
I
we
need
praise God. What a wonderful praise report.
Yep, I need readers for the computer and my work, but
Mhm.
I've got
great.
20/20 in it. I've never
Awesome.
had that. When they started this, without my glasses, I had 2200.
Wow. Oh my goodness.
That's legally blind.
Yeah. And you were creating such beautiful stuff. It's amazing.
Yeah,
And you're still creating beautiful stuff.
there you go.
Show us those earrings again. I think that was before we came on.
Let's see.
Oh gosh.
Those are gorgeous. Just plain gorgeous. I love them.
And anything Sandy does
It's got some artsy-fartsy ones.
is
Yeah, these are artsy fartsy.
is
I done
925
said it.
or
Oh my
what,
goodness.
what's the purity of the silver, Sandy?
Yeah, it's sterling 925.
Yeah. Awesome.
Yeah, I like it. You better
Oh,
look.
Yeah, I went on
Denise is hurting
yesterday
this morning.
and I had this idea pop in my head, and I thought, I'm just going to make it before I lose the idea.
Go ahead and show them up again. Let me make you bigger. Let's see how I can do that. We're going to do... Whoa! What the heck did I take? I don't know what I'm doing. Heck. Well, maybe I can't make you bigger.
Ta-da! There's Liz B. Whoa.
What? Oh my
Okay,
goodness.
down at the bottom, my picture down at the bottom, there's a
Okay.
little gray box
Yeah.
in the upper left-hand side. Hit that.
Okay. Hey! There she is. Thank you.
There you go. So
I learned my way around this crazy
They're
thing.
like geometrical. They're just like,
They're beautiful.
yeah, let me just put my hand behind one. See.
Cool.
it's just artsy.
Love it. Love it. Love it. All right. That's awesome. And that's all 100%, no, 925 sterling.
Sterling.
Cool.
Yep.
Okay, I'm going to take you off of big. Cool deal.
Did I say good morning to
Ready.
you 4Speed?
No.
I didn't.
No, he just popped in. Good morning, 4Speed. Good morning.
Good morning.
Remy.
Okay. Okay, I'm sorry, 4Speed. I'm
And
just
for those of you who are new to our stream, oftentimes when Sandy is making her silver earrings or pendants or rings, she is using stones. And like in the case of this one, she's...
oh
this is-
yeah, you guys. Oh,
the heck
is
this
that
stone
not
again?
beautiful?
It's a blue stone and it changes colors. There we go. Sandy, what, labradorite or labradorite?
Yep.
I'm sorry.
Oh, it's so pretty.
Try me one more time.
Labradorite.
Labradorite. Awesome. Oh, now that I know that little trick, that's cool. Thank you.
And she got to pick out the stone. It was her birthday, and she didn't even know Sandy was going to give it to her.
Yeah, I had no idea. It was such a pleasant, wonderful, awesome surprise. She even brought me to tears. I tell you, that's hard to do.
Good
Yeah,
morning, Misha.
Made it right there in front of you.
Yeah, I know you did. Well, you did it below the camera. We didn't. You were you were. Uh, what shall we say?
Sneaky.
Sneaky. Yes.
I love being sneaky, and somebody helped me, like Denise Caines. I was just showing that hat that morning, and I said, "Well, how does this look, and how does that look?" And then I sent it to her. She didn't know I would. She was just telling me what looked good and so pretty, and then it was hers, and she didn't even know it.
Yeah. Yeah. You kept telling me that you had a crazy thing going for me, and you weren't going to tell me anything about it, and I ended up with this one because
You guys, that is, I think, my kookiest hat so far.
I told her that I like saltine crackers. Tracy and I could probably eat the box.
You know, Tracy's going to be, it's like showing somebody candy when they don't have it at the
Yeah, that's
house.
true. I better stop. Okay, Tracy, I'm sorry.
See, Tracy, how she does?
I apologize, Tracy. I am so sorry.
Misha, did you hear me say good morning?
Yeah. Good morning, Misha. Good morning. So good to have everybody with us today.
See, Sonia couldn't get comfortable.
Oh, I'm sorry to hear that, Sonia.
Good morning, Jennifer. Good morning.
So the cool thing about Sandy, one of the cool things about Sandy is Sandy does live streaming of her making her jewelry. It's so awesome to watch it. So if you new folks, if you haven't had that come across her before, her channel name is Just Sandy, JustSandi, all one word together. And she is awesome. She makes beautiful jewelry, and like I said, she does it live, and we have the chats open, and everybody talks and visits with her while she's working, and just great work. It's so neat to watch. I really enjoy watching people work on their whatever they're good, whatever their craft is, and I just really enjoy watching her work.
I watched somebody last night.
All kinds of crafts and hats and God jars. I got a God jar when I got the hat. Here's mine.
I
And
can still smell that one.
and it does still smell good.
I watched a guy last night pour. He does all this stuff with resin, and then he puts it on the lathe. Is it a lathe?
Lathe.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And he did potpourri in a container.
Oh, potpourri.
And then he let that get hard, and then he just turned it into the most beautiful jar. You could see through it. It was hollowed out, and it had a beautiful lid. It was just amazing, but I guarantee it took a long time to do. He, of course, fast forwards, but it was wonderful. And he said, and it still smells like potpourri. And I was like, oh, okay, I couldn't have got it. You know, potpourri was everywhere.
Yeah, I hit a button by accident. I wasn't paying attention to what I was doing. I got too close to the screen and I punched. I was like, what is this? Sorry.
But yeah, he said, and it still smells like potpourri. And I was like, oh, okay. It's beautiful. But there was a little bit too much potpourri. What time? When was it? In the 80s, 90s?
Good morning, Jennifer.
Everybody had potpourri sitting around, and that stuff to me does not smell good now.
I can't handle it at all. I can't handle it. Good morning, Jennifer, and thank you for posting Sandy's channel. Appreciate that. Her YouTube channel.
Yes, thank you.
Awesome. Cool deal.
But you don't like me enough to make me blue.
Oh, you are blue.
No, I'm not.
You should be blue. Hold on. Why aren't you blue? I made you blue, I thought. Type in. Oh, my word.
Tracy's not even blue.
How did I miss that? Hang on.
I know.
It's not on purpose. It's just, look, I'm new to this. This is only my second,
What's that song? Hang
And
StreamYard, and only my third live.
Force
Well,
Feed
then
is
I had
my
the
number
premiere,
one
which was
fan.
crazy. I'm sorry?
Force Feed fan.
Oh, he is?
Yes, he is.
Awesome.
And
Oh my goodness. I do love you guys. I'm sorry. I'm so new to this. I don't know who all I'm supposed to. Oh boy. All right.
I got my little thing laminated that my little note Kevin wrote me. I got it laminated yesterday.
Oh, how cool.
Good morning, Michelle.
Good morning, Michelle.
Hey, baby.
Hi.
hi, baby.
Say,
Is that Kevin or Casey?
Kevin.
What?
She said Kevin or Casey.
Hey, girl.
Good morning, Kevin.
You see that tail wagging?
Yeah, I do.
Not mine, you guys.
Oh,
My tail's not wagging.
I love you guys in the chat.
Not
you know
wagon,
that.
but a dragon.
Tim, I'm sorry. I got to take care of Mama's sweet buddy there. Oh, goodness.
Darlene, not wagon, but a dragon.
Yeah, that would be accurate.
Do what?
Not wagging, but dragging.
Yes. yes.
It was funny the first time I said it.
It was funny the second time you said it too.
I'm sorry. I know because I have that look. I had that look like, huh?
It kind of lost something by the fifth time.
Yeah, well, there you go.
See, we repeat everything in this house. You have to say it at least 3 times, and it's got to be louder each time you say it.
That way, everybody in the backwoods can hear you.
He is in the bathroom. He said, "What?" And he's in there laughing. He heard that the first time and
my
responded.
goodness. That's funny.
But now Bailey, I'll tell her something, and I tell her 3 times. I said, "Don't you start doing it. Get in this house. Stop looking at my cereal with your Samuel L. Jackson eyes."
Well, she thinks it's doggy treats
Well,
because they're about the size of a doggy treat.
Ooh, Misha, bean burritos.
Ooh, that sounds good.
Está bueno, hijita.
Awesome.
what? You look at what?
Yeah,
Ow!
I see what you're saying, Sonia. Yep, I agree. Just having coffee. Oh, that works. West Virginia, that works. Yeah, I'm just having tea right now. My husband is out and about doing his morning routine. They're not having services in the morning, but they not in person. They're broadcasting them on Facebook. So they're doing a daily mass, morning mass on Facebook, so that people can be a part of the group and not miss out on their morning mass. And so he's helping with that. And the priest recently had shoulder surgery again. Poor man, they keep messing it up. They try to make it better. It keeps getting worse. But so he's not able to do carry some of the things that are necessary up at the altar. So they have an altar server, and my husband is fulfilling that role this morning. So yeah. Yeah, I miss going to my church and my Bible study, and I'm sure everybody else does too. With this small number of gathering in public together is is hard on everyone. I know. Um,
Well, just
oh,
remember,
good
guys,
news.
it could be worse.
Yeah, that's true.
This is
That's
not
true.
bad.
That's
Just
true.
think if there were bombs going off overhead.
Yeah, that's a good point. That's a good point.
We have been blessed. I
Yeah.
know, we've not had that happen since since the Civil War. Now we did have it happen in Hawaii,
Yeah,
but
Yeah,
that was
not
still
on the mainland.
United States.
Yeah.
that wasn't
But
mainland. That's right.
but it wasn't here. We don't wake up hearing them. We don't go to bed hearing them.
Right.
We're more blessed than other countries that are constantly um, victimized, or people breaking in their houses, killing the husbands, taking small children.
Right.
So there is a lot of stuff that happens, and I still think we're blessed with
Yes, we are.
everything.
We are.
Absolutely.
Our violence is not near what violence is,
Well,
say, in
yeah.
Africa and the Middle East and places.
Yeah.
This is an inconvenience.
Right.
This is not, you know, we have been so
And
blessed in the United States that we have the freedom to get up and go and do and
Yes.
do whatever we want.
Hmm.
And somebody comes along and says, "No, you can't," for a couple of weeks, and we go, "Wah, wah."
That's true. We do.
yeah,
That's true. But everybody's adapting in their own way to things, and like like with Jean's church with the services. My church has been putting theirs on a service online on Sundays, and I see where Denise was saying that her son is doing those also with his church. So it's like you said, it's a temporary situation, and we do have many rights in this country that we do take for granted, and this is kind of reminding us of some of those advantages that we have. Um,
and it's around the world, but I could see some people thinking, "Oh wow, it doesn't take a whole lot to shut down Americans or have them in so much fear." If they're looking from the outside and looking how we're reacting. But of course, you have the other places that's pretty bad. Is it France? That's real bad.
Spain and Italy.
Italy.
Yeah,
Mhm.
yeah.
Yeah, Spain is catching up to Italy. Apparently, or the state of Louisiana here is having a lot of problems because I guess the Mardi Gras thing happened before all this suggestion to stay at home, by choice occurred, and they're saying that the Mardi Gras celebrations may have caused it to spread somewhat over there, and they have.
You're right, Four Speed. We don't shut down for the regular flu that we get, yearly, and it kills people. We'll hear that this person died from it or that person.
Right. I think the difference here is we kind of know what to expect with that particular thing a little more. It's not good. Like you say, people are dying from that, definitely. And a lot of people get it. But we have no idea, we're just learning about what the capability is of this particular strain of virus
Casey
is.
said
And we don't know.
He said he saw on something that it was even in December when people were getting so sick
Mm-hmm.
with the flu that it was that flu. And you know what? I'm going to tell you guys, I was so sick. I've never had something hit me like that. I didn't go to the doctor for them to say it was a flu, but I know it was with 3 days
Mm-hmm.
high fever.
Yeah.
And having to lay sitting up
Mm-hmm.
because of congestion,
Right.
sipping on the syrup, as some song is. I forget the name of the cough they give you, or the Exfoliant, and my inhaler. You guys, I was having to do all of that, and I haven't been that sick in a while, in a long
Yeah,
while.
you probably did have the regular flu. I see what you're saying, Force Speed. The worldwide flu does take out many, many people, and it has so far this year too. It was mentioned yesterday in the daily briefing from the White House. The can't remember the woman doctor's name right offhand, Burks, I think. She had mentioned something about that in one of her responses to a question from a reporter, and that the flu, that they're even using the numbers from that to help with this. So,
Yeah, I think the reason that this is so dangerous is that it's contagious even before you show any signs
right,
of having it.
it's like a silent killer.
And then for the people that are in the high risk pool, like me, that's older and have compromised lungs,
Hmm.
it's almost a death sentence,
Yeah.
So yesterday was the last day that I'm going out. I'm finished with my doctor's appointments and that, and I'm just not going out. The boys can go to Walmart for me,
Hmm.
and shopping, and I just I'm not afraid of it, but I'm cautious.
Yeah.
I don't want to tempt it because
Yeah. I don't
I
blame you.
hate to lose you guys.
We don't want to lose you. We don't want to lose you.
Yes, we don't want to lose you either, Sandy.
So,
Life without any of you guys. Heck, Tracy's in the chat, and I've got to chat with her, but doggone, girl, I have missed her so bad, seeing her face.
Yes. And hearing her lovely voice. Not just
Yeah.
the singing part, the just talking.
Yep.
I think he means anyone. Don't want to lose anybody.
no,
Yeah.
All right, I'm sorry, Sonia. You're going to have to listen to this twice.
I don't think she heard the first time. This is just your first time since we've gone live, I think.
Yeah, this is my
Yeah.
second cup.
Yeah, it's your second cup. So it's her first time to hear it going live. So brace yourself, Sonia. Go in the other room if you have to. Should I mute her?
No, you're subject to ban me.
No.
Bye, love you.
Ban you.
Because look, it's tricky. There's some things that comes up now that you could ban somebody from your
Hey, I'm not
StreamYard.
touching anything. I'm afraid to touch anything.
Yeah, force babe, we have to take care of each other,
Yep.
But if there is a stimulus out there, plan, yes, I want in on it. I'll do my taxes whenever.
I think the force feed meant we shouldn't trust government to take care of you.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I think you're right about that.
We shouldn't.
That's the thing. We never should trust the government to take care of us.
No.
We need to be independent, and
No, especially because they're divided. That's what that's what's right now. Just they're so divided, and we don't talk politics. But at this time, at this point, to where people should be gathering together like we're doing,
mm-hmm.
and uplifting each other, thinking of what's best for for all of us, say us in this community. If I was trying to have a totally different outlook, and Sandy was, and you were, and we were just constantly arguing about stuff. We're
Oh, yeah.
divided.
Yeah, that would be, I wouldn't be able to handle that tension. But I have
And
to
how
say,
would you help anybody? How could we pray for somebody? How could
Yeah.
we encourage somebody if we're up here divided? That
Yeah.
like
To be
our
able to pray.
government.
to be able to pray for somebody, you have to be in agreement,
Yeah.
when you're praying that as a group. So, yeah, I have to say that for the most part, they've come together better through this crisis, and I'm proud of them for that. There is more mutual support for the most part. However, it took them forever to get that bill passed, but I don't know what's going on today in the House. But like I said, we really don't usually talk politics on here, and I don't want to go down that avenue. But I'm seeing an improvement through this crisis, I guess is what I'm trying to say, and that's all good.
Yeah. And I'm going to say one thing, guys, because I'm the odd man out here. When you guys post, and I'm not saying anybody in particular when I say you guys, when people post such hateful messages about the Democrats, just think about it. I'm a Democrat, and they're saying that about me.
Yeah.
And most of the time, none of what they post saying that Democrats believe do I believe.
True.
So,
Not all Democrats are at one with some of these extremists and other people, or all the party platforms necessarily.
I would
Party
like
planks.
I don't know how to do it. If anybody knows how, please let me know, to make another channel, because
To make a what?
I would like another channel,
Mm-hmm.
and it would be my rant channel.
You sign up under a different email address and establish a different name, and it can be, it can just be a slight alteration of your current name, and
But you're right. I don't.
but you can do it. I mean, it's just a different email address.
And Sandy, it's not me being wishy-washy. Excuse me. But I don't do the politic thingy on the channel, and I don't do it on my Facebook because there's ugly, hateful things put out there.
It would be someplace where you could agree to disagree, and it would not be a hateful discussion. It would be a discussion without minus the hate.
Yeah. Right.
Like you and I've done.
Yes, and listening to each other's viewpoints.
Right. And ultimately agree if you disagree. Agree that you disagree if you disagree,
Right. And just have a channel where you can discuss things, because you may not have thought of the way that I look at something. And I may not have thought the way that you look at something. And I think that would bring us more together than split us apart.
Right.
Yeah.
But no, it would be, the basis to the channel would be, we agree to disagree, and it will be kept civil.
Right.
That there won't be any name calling and that type of thing.
Just an exchange of ideas.
Yeah. And that if you bring something to discuss, you would have to have two different references to the statement that you're bringing to discuss.
Yeah.
Say
back up what you have to say.
Joe Blow said that the sky is green. Well, you need to bring it with two reputable sources, and not some far out left wing or far out right wing, or
Right.
but
Bye, WV, West Virginia
Yeah.
Treasures.
I was going to say
You
that
have a
too.
good
but I didn't
day.
wanna-
Thank you for coming in.
Yes, thank you so much.
because the
Thank
Bible
you.
says that we're supposed to have 2 or 3 witnesses. So and that's what I base my stuff on. If I hear something, I'll
Thank
go
you
and
for coming in today, West Virginia. Appreciate it. God bless you, your family, and your world, hon.
Yeah,
Yeah.
where there's 2 or more gathered in my name, I'll be there also.
That's
So
right.
we should be able to do that. Sandy,
So I go and look for 2 or 3 other sources that are independent of each other to see what the story is about, and to try and get the truth.
Good morning, Elias.
good morning, Elias. And
Anyway.
David. Oh,
Yeah,
David's
David's been in
already.
the chat. He's been in. Yeah, I agree with you, Sandy. That would be a cool thing.
But don't bash me, guys. Please don't.
No, not intentionally. Not intentionally.
Well, I've seen some really hateful stuff on Facebook, and I'm
Yeah.
going, oh
I
my
have to.
I try to avoid posting political stuff, but occasionally you just, and I try not to do the bashing thing, but
Yeah.
sometimes I just say food for thought,
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I don't bury my head in the sand. I just
No, we can't do that either.
no. I can't, and I won't get all, what would you call it?
Caught up in it.
Not panic, but just all that stress.
Yeah, and anxiety.
I'm not going to stress it. I'll ask Casey every now and then, well, what's going on? Or, what's the president said? Because bless him, you guys, he shut up in his room and he's listening to all that, which is not, to me, not good.
Mm-hmm.
It's not good for somebody to do that. But anyway, well, he did. Hey, you guys, he did go. Where did we have to go? And he went in with me.
You went to the
Dollar General.
Walmart to get
Walmart?
some window fans.
Oh, good.
We sure did. Got 2 window fans. Put one in
Yay.
our window. Put one in our window and one in Casey's window. But the one in our window helps the air flow through Mama's room.
Okay.
So.
Cool deal.
And we look for hand sanitizer.
Yeah. Well, there's always that little checklist that you go by and see if they have it,
Yeah, I said, well, wouldn't Listerine do? Listerine kills some of the nastiest stuff. It kills stuff in our mouth,
Yeah, that's true.
So wouldn't Listerine do? Oh, gosh, I done said it. Now Listerine's going to be off the shelf.
I just thought of something. We need to put, Pearl, my gal that helps me around here.
Yes.
She's got an exchange student from the Ukraine, and they're trying to get her back home.
Oh.
And so we need to pray that she makes all of her flight connections.
Her name's Pearl.
Yeah. I don't know the little gal's name, but we need to pray that she makes it home okay.
Yes. Gotcha.
I've lost my mouse. My mouse! I've lost my mouse.
The cat probably got it.
I can't.
Tracy.
Is it cordless?
Yes.
Do you have a mouse pad on your laptop?
Oh, I'm in bed. Why?
Tracy, I was worried. I had started worrying about you when you were so fearful because I know the more you worry, the more we worry, the more our bodies hurt, the more our pain level goes up. Stress causes our pain levels to go up. Wow, that's good.
Yeah, I had heard about that. I'd forgotten about that. I heard about that recently too.
Oh, Sonia, we don't even have, we can't find aloe vera gel.
Yeah, that's hard to come by.
We
We
don't
used to
have
have a big aloe
iodine.
vera plant out on my mother's patio, but we lost it somewhere along the line. I don't know. And those are hard to lose. I don't know what happened. Probably one of the storms.
We couldn't find iodine. We couldn't find, me and Casey went down all the aisles trying to think of, well, is that going to help? Or is that going to help?
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah, I have to keep. We're used to, and I'm sure we're not the only ones. We're used to just hopping, realizing, okay, we're out of this and that, and just run down to the store and grab the this and that, and not think about the next, like looking at, oh, we're getting low on this necessarily because the place to get it is not, it's not inconvenient. It's not that far, and it's easy to just hop in the car and go. I mean, we're in Texas after all. We just hop in the car and go.
You got Misha. Only Misha would name her aloe plant Lulu.
That's cute. That's so cool. So yeah, I'm so used to, I'm trying to get my husband into thinking, okay, we're getting low on shampoo. Well, we don't need any right now. I'm going, okay, and conditioner. So yesterday he was supposed to, look for that and laundry detergent. He says, but we've got a lot of laundry detergent. And I'm like, okay, okay. So anyway, he comes back. He got a lot of stuff that was on the verbal list that we had, and I said, so how about the shampoo? He says, there's some. I'm thinking to myself, I got all this. All this. I don't know. It takes a lot of product to do all this.
Wow, yeah. Tracy, I didn't know that.
If you have cash, yeah.
I thought about it yesterday. We just, like I always say, you guys know how I believe biblically what my beliefs are. And I just think this is a precursor. This is a signs of letting people know. Because there will be a time that we can have all the money in the world and we're not going to be able to buy
That's true.
Supplies.
That's true.
And it's just, to me, a precursor in showing people, because before he comes back, there's going to be these signs. And and if people are panicked now,
right,
what in the world are they going to do when the next one comes? And I think it's going to be like there's some things that's talked about like labor pains, but I think it's going to be like hiccups. We're going to have this hiccup, then the next hiccup's going to be a little bit worse. And just like the hurricanes, just like the tornadoes, all the natural disasters. Heck, we're drinking bottled water because of tap water, which I think we're just drinking somebody else's municipal water, I think.
Well, you are, but it's gone through an ionizing process or a filtering process or something to where it's purified. It's not just tap water, Like spring water, if you're getting spring water, that's straight out of the spring, or the which may or may not be good to drink.
Well,
But
2 nights in a row I've had nightmares, and I have medicine that I shouldn't have those kind of nightmares. Mostly I'm dreaming of my daughter, but
yeah,
but one of the dreams, everything just went black, like no power, so
hmm
everything was just dark and out.
yeah,
And we haven't, I mean, I do know that some places have to do grids when it
hmm
gets bad, like in the summertime, they'll do shutdowns on certain areas. But I haven't experienced it. And I don't think we have not had a nationwide or worldwide where just all the power shuts down.
true.
And so that was one of the things. But yeah, Elias, women I think are more intuitive than men. What do you think, Sandy? I mean, when Sandy told me to go buy groceries, I went. I said, okay, Sandy, Kevin can watch the chili. And I went and bought groceries. And guess what? They did have the waters. They did have the crackers. They did have some more staples that we needed, and that is going to stretch for us. So see, Sandy told me, go now, go today. And I did what Sandy said.
Yeah.
So did Sandy know what Kroger was going to have sitting out? No, but
God spoke to you through her.
yeah. And I told Keith, and he said, well, how does she know? Did she have a hookup? I said, she has the same hookup I do.
Yep.
Sandy's intuitive, and I know that.
Mm-hmm.
So, sometimes when you know somebody like I do, Sandy or Liz Ann, you should take their advice or take what they say. If it's said in a godly manner, and you feel like that God's given them that intuitive to say, hey, you may need to do this. We might not know why we know it or how we know it. Yeah, that's right, 4-speed.
Yeah. Be there for each other. Yeah.
You guys, it's serious when I break out Big Blue.
But I cannot understand why the toilet paper thing is still a thing. I thought, that they were saying that there was, no problem with supplies. I wonder if they're just holding back and doling it out so that people don't hoard. Besides, just like in some places, you're waiting in line to get a limit of 1 or 2 packs or whatever.
We have a limit of 3.
Yeah, we have a limit of 1.
Well, no, it's 3. One person said it's 3, like if you get cleaning supply,
okay,
and then tissue and something else, and they were arguing about it. Not arguing, but the cashier said no, it's 3 of each item.
That's good.
And that one said no. Well, I've been stopping people. I've told them they can just get 1 of each. And I'm like, oh, Kathy, I love her to pieces, but I would have just stood my ground. I would have stood my ground, because that's not what it says.
Mm-hmm.
That's not what. All right, you guys, she made me think. Sonia made me think. On a good note, did Mama go live with you, Sandy?
Yes.
Last night?
Yes.
Did she talk? She better talked about her what I cooked for supper. Did she?
It might
I think she only does it when I deliver it in front of her. She,
I don't know. Was it a roast or something?
yes, Boston butt. She had her baked beans. That woman, the force
Yeah,
B said
she did.
yes. She loves those baked beans. So she had baked beans and macaroni and cheese. I did not fix them in the. I did not fix any of them in the oven because I didn't want to heat the kitchen up, but they were still
Mhm.
good.
Cool.
Yep, she did. She spoke about it.
But I ate some mac. I tasted, of course, I kept tasting the beans as I was cooking them. But the macaroni and cheese, I got that first, and that's what I ate. And then Kevin come in from work, you guys, like a daddy. He come in from work. He said, "Okay, I've got something, but did you eat supper yet?" I looked at him. I ate my macaroni and cheese. He said, "Okay, you can have this." He gave me a Snickers bar. Look, when you in rough times, you don't care if
I'm
you
here.
don't care if the comics are
I'm
on
here.
your butt when you're through.
That's true.
You could have Mickey Mouse on your tail. I mean, talking a woman telling you that has a set of lips on her backside with a little saying, but I can't. And it kind of says "smarty butt." That's what it says. Sassy butt. But my cousin put the other word, so that's what people see when they give me my shots. I forget about it. That does not shock you, does it, Sandy?
No.
And I don't do what crowd. I don't go with the crowd. I'm not influenced by what everybody else does. But I was going with her. Kevin was watching ball games. She was doing tattoos. People would come over getting tattoos, and I'm not talking about jailhouse tattoos. I'm talking about nice ones. And so the two sisters come up with it, and then their friend did it, and they were like, "Miss Darlene." Because, yeah, I was the oldest one there. "Miss Darlene, you need to do it. Miss Darlene, you need." I said, okay. And, of course, they got a picture of it. And so I'm like, okay. What is that sound?
Oh, maybe I should mute.
You're okay. I was just wondering. Look,
I'm here. I just got my breakfast. I'm going to mute.
Yeah, I got to mute and clear my throat. I know I'm sitting here coughing and trying to get congestion up and
Total fatalities in the United States, 1,001.
Are you serious?
Yeah, that's what they just put on the TV.
And yeah, allergy season's on us, so it's like, how do you know the difference? I've gotten out of the house more than, and then like Casey was upset about all these drunk teenagers on the beaches, complaining that they can't go party. They've waited and to go party and they can't go on the beaches. You know what I told Casey? I said, you know what? They could just do like in the old time. Find a dirt road or something. Party hardy. You guys gonna do it? Just go somewhere. Don't take it to the. Don't go in buying the beer and exposing people. If none of you guys. Oh, Elias. Elias says, Norgus, me and your hubby going to be business partners and go rent a U-Haul truck and make some money. I don't need that man sick. That man right there, I don't know what I'd do without him. I didn't know one thing. I'd still be here with my mom because that's why I like the Bible verse. Is it in Ruth, Sandy? No, is it, the,
That you'll forsake your family and go with her?
yeah. She had two daughter-in-laws and they lost their husbands, and she told them to go. They were young, go find another husband, and one went with her. And I always told her that story is me and my mom.
Yeah.
Elias, my husband, was on the road too long. Not like 30 years long, but the 12, 13 years he was on and off, I wouldn't want that again. Yeah, wherever thou goest, I will go. Your God will be my God. That's me and my mom. You guys, it's bad when I can't even get my coffee drank.
Are you dripping it all down the front of you or what?
No, it's just not staying hot enough for me to drink it because my stomach doesn't feel right.
Oh. So Four Speed bought a cross from me yesterday.
Oh.
One of those ones that I melt together, and then I put a piece of turquoise on it. So now he has a sandy piece.
And a mama piece.
Yeah.
Now he just doesn't, he's got to have something special from Norgus. So, yes. You guys, there's so much other, we still have our stressors. It's not just what's going on like with virus. I'm finally starting June 1st, I'll be on Medicare. And so I had to call Marketplace. And you guys, I tell you what, I hope he's wrong. I hope he's wrong. The way he explained it is that I'm going to have to pay so much money back because I'm on Marketplace. And so when we do our taxes, even though I won't be on it even a half a month, they're going to kind of make me...
What is Marketplace?
Obamacare. I call it Marketplace. Yeah. So I'm going to have to pay back. At first he said like $4,000. I said, what? I said, I was told you can't tax Social Security money. That's
No,
what.
You don't tax Social Security money.
So.
I don't understand what he's telling you. Hi, Kim.
Kim, Liz ain't here, but
when she comes back, we'll.
Liz, do you mind if Kimmy puts a link on here?
It's all good. I just finished. Yes, you can.
Yeah, you can. See, me and Casey, as soon as we got in, I started washing my hands.
Hi,
Good morning, Pamela.
Whoops. I don't know what I'm doing.
I hope you're feeling better today.
Mama.
Yeah. Yes, Pamela.
Mama, we live in here on Liz's channel.
Hey, Mama.
Liz said, "Hey, Mama, Mama's trying to be sneaky. The dog's afraid of her mask."
Don't come walking through here in your birthday suit.
Yeah, we can see down the hall a little bit. So,
Don't be walking naked
yep.
through here, Mama.
Yeah, please don't.
If so, I can. Yeah, never mind. I can.
Pamela, how are you doing? How are you doing? Inquiring minds want to know. Bailey, stop
Darlene,
it.
I don't know if they're going to charge you a fine because I haven't
Stop it.
paid a fine for not having insurance for 2 years now, and we've done our income tax through a local income tax preparer, that knows these things, and we haven't been fined. So
I don't know. He really wasn't sure.
I mean, 3 years, I say 3 years ago, 3 income taxes ago, we were. Last year and for this year, we weren't fined. But the other year, 2017, for 2017, we were fined big bucks, $9,000, I think it was,
For not having insurance.
for me not having insurance.
Yeah.
And it was like, whoa.
And so that's.
It was crazy. We managed to survive, and then the next year, somehow or another,
It won't let her share it. Oh, because
it worked out.
it won't let Kimmy share it because she's not a moderator. That's what it is.
I don't know. Let's see. I haven't. Hello, Kim. You're new to me. I haven't seen you before. What's
I know Kim. She's
okay?
good.
She's reliable.
Go ahead and make her.
There's Mama.
Okay.
And there's Mama's butt.
Yep.
Okay. Let me see what I can do here. All right, Kim. I'm gonna make you a moderator real quick here, so you can do it. All right. You can post it now, Kim.
Yeah, Kim.
Thank you. You're gonna be good. Okay.
There it is.
Yeah, Mama's always been modest.
What is this link for, Kimmy or Kim? What was the?
Oh, about how to cleanse when you come back home.
Oh, cool deal. Yes, that's very helpful.
All right,
Thank
I'm going to get some cookies.
You want to get those cereal that taste like they're like
We
cookies?
can grunt and groan together.
That's funny.
Oh, God.
No, I'm sorry I had to take a break there, guys. My breakfast came in, and
sounds like we're sleeping.
I don't want to insult my husband and hurt his feelings by not eating it.
Bailey, you're gonna have to quit trying to attack.
He left while I was eating, so anyway. I mean, after he went to all that trouble to bring it to me before he went and ran his errand.
Baby,
So,
what is wrong with you?
He's trying the grocery store again. I told him about the shampoo.
Weirdo.
Oh, he gets them.
You ain't getting in this either.
He still thinks I'm nuts. I said, I got all this hair. He says, but I thought we had enough. I said, well, I appreciate that link, Kim. Thank you.
I'm gonna eat me some cookies.
You gonna eat you some cookies? Oh,
Yeah.
Oh, look at you. There you go. Did you ever bake those ones?
I haven't baked them, but they're still cookies.
Thank you, Tim.
Salted caramel.
My husband woke up with what? An abscess?
Huh?
Oh, I'm getting called out here. I'm getting called out. Oh, my word.
You're
Okay,
getting
Pamela.
what happened?
I'm getting called out. Pamela.
Oh. Yeah, there you go.
Yeah, I tell you.
Make me blue. Make me
I
blue.
can't keep up. I don't remember who all's supposed to be blue and who isn't. I don't pay attention whenever we're on the other thing and welling up, I guess.
I know, and then I come to the song Blue Moon.
I'm sorry, Pamela. Forgive me, please, everybody.
Sea salt caramel chocolate chunk cookie dough.
Oh my goodness. Poor Denise.
No, look, go.
I can't
See-
handle raw cookie dough. I'm sorry.
See what she did on my arm.
Oh, what'd she do? She wanted
That-
a cookie?
That my skin's real thin, and her
Oh, yeah.
coming up here just sheer.
Yeah. It does make you bruise easily. Oh my goodness. Oh, an abscessed tooth. Oh my goodness. Oh my. I hope he's
Now, whose husband has an abscess tooth?
give him some antibiotic, a real strong antibiotic to
Who
take
is
care
it?
of that. Her husband, Kim
Oh,
120.
Kim's husband.
Yeah, they'll give him a strong antibiotic and have to pull that after or do something with that after so many days. He'll have to come back.
Don't ever let them pull a tooth when it's.
Oh no, because you can immediately have an infection go straight to your brain. So I'm
No,
told.
the Novocaine doesn't work when you have an infection. Oh my
There's-
gosh, they pulled a tooth when I had one abscessed,
Uh-huh.
and I have never hurt like that in my life. It was crazy.
Yeah. I've not had that, but they've usually
No.
given me a antibiotic. But I'm allergic to penicillin, so it has to be something else. Going in at 1 p.m. Well, we will put him on our prayer list, Kim. And you too. Stress level, man.
Yeah, she changed her name. It was Kim Cree.
Oh! Okay, well, she was on here as Kim Cree yesterday.
Yeah,
All
and
right.
she said I can still call her Kim Ricky. That's what I was calling her, Kim Ricky. That's like Stillwater Nation. Everybody still calls them Stillwater Nation.
That's funny. Her, I'm making a note, Kim, on my list here.
Heck, I even tried to see last night when I couldn't sleep, check on Think Dragon, and he's they've been working him because he's in the construction business. So for whatever he works, whoever he works for, they've got him working like double time right now. So I
Yeah.
don't. Bailey, no.
Yeah, there are some things that have to keep going, and as long as you're well and you're in an area where you can, that's good.
Yeah, G made it home last night.
Yay!
Yeah.
Good. I saw her post on Facebook.
Yep.
Yeah, we got.
Okay, I'm gonna go and let these guys OUT.
Okay.
Uh-oh, I think they're learning how to spell it too.
You gonna stay with us? Come back? You gonna come back?
Yeah.
Okay, good.
All right.
All right. Then all right. And all right. How are you doing, darling?
Huh,
You look
me?
good.
I was reading.
Oh, okay.
Sonia said her son-in-law is still working, and he works in construction.
Good.
Bailey, stop.
So,
Do I have to go put you up? Huh? You're not
oh
getting
boy,
any.
my allergies are.
I know.
I sneeze every day of the year. So
No. Get down now. Stop it.
uh, here you go, darling.
Really? Let me see who that is.
Oh my goodness. Well, it's just you and me, guys. Oops. That could be dangerous. I don't know. Oh my goodness. Yeah, I have food allergies and some things some food allergies you just can't avoid and or some foods that you're allergic to you just can't avoid and that's what part of my problem is here. I'm sneezing because of that. I think there's something with those biscuits, sausage biscuits from McDonald's. I don't know what it is. I'm not allergic to pork and I'm not allergic to the bread or anything. I don't know. Yay, Tracy. I'm glad you're still hanging with us, hon. I love you so much. Miss you too. So you're still definitely in our prayers. Part of the, yeah. Yeah, that is a problem. If the supplies aren't there and the manpower's there, you can't get anything done or get it done right. Yeah. Everybody in my household's doing great. I'm blessed. We are blessed. My grandkids are better. They got over what little bugs they had. Thankfully, they are home from school. They started their coursework online yesterday. One of the my granddaughter did hers first, which surprises me because she's the one that's like, I really don't want to go to school ever. And my grandson he was still asleep at the time. I can't believe she beat him up. But anyway, not beat him up, but got up before him.
Hey, I used to beat my brother up, so, you know.
Fight for my brother because he was little compared to me. He beat. I tell you what, there was a time period whenever we had a family member when I was growing up that was living with us, take care of him, and he had the third bedroom. So my brother, who was like 2, slept with me, and I was like 14, 15. Anyway, so we had the bed up against the wall, right? It was a big double bed. Well, big at that time because well, I wasn't my full figured self as I am today. I was just a little kid. And hang on. So yeah, crazy phone call. Anyway, yeah. So whenever he was little, like that, we would share the bed, and sometime during the middle of the night, he would be pressed up against his feet pressed against the wall, pushing as hard as he can with his head in my kidneys. And if it wasn't his head in my kidneys, it was his feet in my kidneys. If it wasn't his feet or his head in my kidneys, it was his knees in my kidneys. I'm surprised I still have kidneys that work because every night it was like that. So yeah, crazy.
Kim, explain your banner behind you to Kim.
He was beating up on me, I guess is what I'm saying.
My
side?
Yeah.
This is a photograph of one of my paintings. It's hanging in a local coffee shop. It was commissioned for them, and it's called Fireflies, and it's based on Luke 12, actually 22 through 34, with specifically 27 through 34, talking about the lilies of the field and how God, if God takes care of the flowers and the birds and everything, he's going to take care of us. So anyway, I had the banner made. I do graphic design, or have done graphic design for years, for me or for someone else. And I have a connection. I have a company I work with, and I had the banner made through there. Thank you. Yes, I try to sell my art. Sometimes it sells, sometimes it doesn't. It depends. I believe on my. I do Christian abstract art with a Christian theme, and I believe that God has somebody for whatever painting it is, and if that means if it means selling it, that's fine to find that person. I have sold some, and sometimes I just know that person's supposed to have it, and usually whenever I figure that out, or God reveals that to me in some way, that person is like, that's exactly what I needed. So I mean, it I don't know, it just works out. I do have a lot of things here that I say a lot. Some of them, sometimes, basically, as I'm painting, I start off with no plan. I just pick a color and I just start laying down paint. And as the painting develops, God shows me a title and a scripture, or both. It depends. Sometimes I get one and the other one leads to the other. And I don't, it's not like I set out to paint towards anything. I don't paint towards the scripture or paint towards a theme. I just paint. They call it intuitively, and you just let it go. Mm-hmm. Just paint. And as it unfolds, there are different things. I have one I can show you that's close by.
The same way, Kimmy, with my God jars, I might sit there and different pieces of jewelry, or because I have a lot of what you call crafting jewelry, and something might come to my mind, and then the person, then when I'm finished, or when I start working on it, somebody will come to my mind, and then I'm like, okay, they're supposed to have it. That's how that works.
Oh, thank you, Denise.
Make yourself bigger and show it.
I'm sorry. Okay. Yeah. How do I do? Okay. Let me go grab. There's one other one I was going to grab.
But Kimmy, I have 3 God jars to send out, and I feel good that I'm getting back to doing those, because they make me happy in my soul. They just, when it talks to me about somebody, and it's like there's somebody for each jar, if that makes sense. But my God jars, to explain them to all of you guys, when I first started the disability stuff, trying to get disability, I had to do it all. And it was all over my kitchen table. I walked in the other room and come back, and I was so stressed, in such a state, and this is 5 years ago, that I didn't realize my refrigerator door was like wide open. And I just stood in my kitchen and I cried. And I sat down and laid my head on the desk and cried and prayed. And so finally, when I did the last thing, all I could do, I took all of the junk off the table, put it in the box, and I said, God, I'm leaving this to you. I'm through. I can't, and I should have done that from the beginning. I said, God, I can't do this. So I put it all in the box and I wrote God on the box. That box is heavy because anytime somebody needed prayer, I would just stick,
Uh-huh.
Mama said, could you pray for, it was one of her sons. I sure will. I'd write the date and the time and I stuck it in that, that box.
Mm-hmm.
And so now the box is actually up under my desk. We're finally at an end of all of it. But that's when the jewelry started coming in.
Mm-hmm.
The crafting jewelry.
Mm-hmm.
And I was trying to sort it by colors. Like me and Casey, when he was doing porch church on every day, me and him, we'd open us up a Starbucks. We'd open up as a Starbucks and start the morning off that way on his porch church.
Welcome back.
So anyway, there was somebody it was in need, and he said, Mama, do you have one of your pretty jars I could send to so and so? She's just having a hard time right now. He said, she's struggling with a lot of things, and I said, well, yeah, find one of them. So it's jars. This is the old one. It's jars like this.
Uh-huh.
This has got black beads. So that's what kind of started it. And he said, yeah. And Liz, I almost tried to make you big, Lizanne. But so Casey did the scripture because it come to his heart for that person.
Yo, cool.
And he said, well, Mama, why don't you just call them God jars? You've got your God box, but why don't you call them God jars? And about 30 jars later, and about a year later, I should have been, 3 of them I have to send out. But yeah, that started that. And I guess that's when I said, well, I guess my mission will be doing God jars and trying to reach out. And now that the laminator I see still works good, I can start doing bookmarks. So Liz, let me show you
Oh, good.
See, it laminated real well. See there?
Oh, good.
That's
awesome.
that's the note Kevin left for me after lunch one day, and it was getting frayed, so I laminated it. So I'll be able to give out Bibles. I'll be able to put a bookmark. Let me see what Denise says.
Oh, that's beautiful.
Oh, I tried to make her big. Make her big.
Yeah, I need to make her big. Okay, I'm sorry.
Ooh.
Ooh, yeah.
That's 4
gorgeous.
Cross.
Wow. That is awesome.
And is that a pendant?
Yeah.
That is
I
awesome.
love it.
I love it too. Wow.
Did you mean to the turquoise look like a heart?
Does it?
Yeah.
The color of the turquoise from a distance looks like a heart within the cross.
Yeah, it does. And the shape of like a real heart, not what we draw.
Yeah,
heart. Yeah. That's awesome.
Nope. That was one of those God gifts.
Cool deal. I love it. I like the way you got it weathered, not weathered, but textured.
That's Mama's.
That's Mama's.
Cool.
I might
I
put
like
a
it.
note on there for her too,
Cool deal. Oh, I love it.
because I like the way it looks with a stone on it.
Yeah, I like the texture.
Yeah, it's just a bunch of metal melted together.
Yeah. Okay. Is
But
that
it's-
like scraps?
Yeah.
I like things
Cool.
more like that.
Yep, it's just scrap silver all melted together.
Cool deal.
Okay.
Okay, I'm trying to do it without taking you out of the screen. I got to hit the right place. Oh my
There you
goodness. Okay, so you wanted to see a painting or two or something, huh? That's what I thought I
Sure.
understood early a minute ago. This is an early one, and it's called. I guess I should make myself big, huh? Let me do this without knocking myself out. This one is called. Let's see if I can get it to where it's not. I'm gonna turn it sideways. It's not supposed to be sideways. It's a vertical.
Oh, it's so pretty.
It's called "In the Beginning,"
Very nice.
and it is based on the John passage, John chapter 1, verse 1 and following. In the beginning was the Word, and the Word was God, and the Word was with God, and so forth. And you can see, some of the depth of the
Oh,
colors.
yeah.
Maybe
It looks like the solar system.
yeah, it's a galactic type thing. And the crazy thing about this painting is that I painted it over a Saturday night, and the next morning I go to church, and our regular pastor wasn't there. We had a vacant, we had a what do you call it? A guest pastor, because our pastor was out of town, and he was reading from scripture, and he, we do the Old Testament reading, then we do the epistle reading, then we do the letter from Paul and so forth, and then we do the gospel or the Acts, and then we do the gospel. And for the Old Testament reading, he did things a little differently. That day he stood in the aisle, about halfway up the aisle in the middle of the church, and he quoted from Job, but he said it so loudly and boldly. He says, "Where were you when the foundations were laid at the beginning of of time?" And I was like, "Whoa! I just painted that painting last night. Are you trying to tell me something?" It was pretty crazy. So yeah, that was an eye opener. It was like, okay, God, okay, I think I get the message. All right. So that's that one. And then, I have
Kimmy,
another-
Lizanne is she's pretty much told me to stop like fretting over trying to make something exactly perfect.
this one.
And that's what helped with mine with the angel wings, because I wanted them to be perfect. See, I like that one
This
too.
is called Galactic Song. I'm holding Chica, so I'm trying to do this at the same time. It's not
That's
working.
so pretty.
Galactic Song, and it's based on. Let me see.
Kimmy said, how long did it take you to make it?
Which one?
The other one?
Not very long. Maybe 30 minutes. I don't know. Time is not. Things just flow. When things just flow and they just happen. I don't know. This is the book of Genesis. So yeah. Okay. I've got two more to show you, and then I'll stop, because I don't like to do this.
Some Kimmy, and the rest of you, you'll get something in your mind to paint or do, and you start it, and if it's really, really personal within your heart, it might take a while, because you have to work on it again.
It depends on the subject matter, too. So, okay, I'm going to show y'all two more, and then we're going to be done. All right.
And so that's why one little painting took me forever to finish. Oh no, I love that one because
This
of
one
the
is
ocean.
called. It's kind of like at the base of a waterfall. I didn't paint this to be realistic, but when I looked at it, it reminded me of like at the base of a waterfall. I did not paint it. I did not paint to that. I don't know if you can see. I'm trying to hold this.
Yeah.
This is a 2 foot by 4 foot canvas. So if you're wondering, it's part of my struggle here.
Yeah, the very first thing I saw on that was waves, and I thought, well, what must be snow-covered mountains or something. I thought, but it looks like
Oh,
water
no,
to me.
it's all about water, and it's living water. It's called living water, and it's from John 4, verse 10 and 13 through 14. It's when Jesus is at the well with the Samaritan woman.
I said God gave me the gift of gab.
I have one more.
Oh, thank you, Kimmy.
And again, I did not paint
Oh,
this to be
guys.
real,
Oh,
but it to be realistic. But
hold it up because you got that band cross.
This is called On Wings of Eagles,
Uh,
and it's from Isaiah 40, verses 30 and 31. And that's it.
I love that one.
End of show. I painted that last one just before Hurricane Harvey hit our area.
Oh, make Sandy be, yeah.
Ooh,
That's it.
interesting.
Force
Cool.
feed. That's the back of it.
That looks like a good sized chain should go through it, don't it, Sandy?
Yeah. Okay.
She said, okay, make me little.
I'm coming back. I had to move that other painting out of here. I'm jammed up in here. Hi, Sandy. Would you like to be smaller? So anyway, the end of the art show for the day for me. And thank you for the compliments, everyone. That's very nice of you. I don't like to bring those out, but the last one I showed you is for my daughter. I didn't intentionally paint it for my daughter originally, but that's who needs it. That's the one. It's going to go in her office. I got to get it cleaned up though, because when Hurricane Harvey hit and caused a flood in our region, it was in the local art museum on display, along with another painting that actually is paired with it still. Will be paired with it in her office because it looks like water, but a different kind of water, like tangled water, flooded water with trees and such. Anyway, it was hanging in the art museum for sale along with other artists. We had a co-op thing going on there at that time. And when Harvey came, a friend of mine picked up her art and she picked up mine for me. And this particular friend also had a floral shop in a little town a little further north of us. And so she had it on display there for sale. And she reached the point where she was diversifying her business. And so she was having to remodel and renovate and such. So she said, you need to come pick them up because I don't want them to get damaged. And she says, I'm doing things a little differently and I'm not quite sure how I'm going to work out the art. I'll let you know. The day that we had to go get it was my daughter's birthday. And so between that and the fact that whenever Harvey hit, they were flooded out of their apartment. And the reference being lifted up on eagle's wings, bear you up on eagle's wings type thing. I can't remember the exact quote right now, but as a mother eagle carries her brood to safety. It kind of looks like there's a little bird or something on riding on the body of the looks like an eagle in that picture, in that painting. And it spoke to me of refuge and protection. And that is why I had originally picked that scripture. And so it was something that God pointed out to me that she needed to know, and that God protected her and her family and carried her out of that situation, of that with the flood waters and everything, that horrible memories, carried her out of that and her family. So anyway, I'm babbling.
No, you're fine.
Anyhow.
All right. Four Speed wants to know if he's got a necklace that's almost a half-inch wide.
No.
Uh-oh.
This is about a 1/16 of an inch.
Yeah. A 16th or an 8th?
Let me see. Yeah, it's closer to an 1/8 of an inch.
Kimmy, I have to try to figure out how to. I guess I could sit here and just turn my camera on the pic that I'm drawing, and I might do that today and then upload it.
Did you take that photograph that you were going to take the other day of the wisteria? Not the wisteria.
I haven't yet. I thought about it again last night, but I'll have to go back up there when I let Bailey out, because I have to catch it at the right moment before they start, shedding. They're.
Oh, I like your thought about that, Pamela. Thank you.
I look like I'm in a straitjacket.
Some of the paintings take longer than others, as Darlene was saying. It depends on what's going on. I tend to paint quickly and fast and on a lot of them, but there are times whenever I have to walk away and come back to it. And but a lot of it's spontaneous. Even whenever I have to walk away, I'll see something else in it, and it will cause me to maybe take the painting a different direction than I did originally. But it's not that I'm not planning anything. It's just as it strikes me.
Yeah. Oh.
Well, we are talking about going back to art therapy.
Sonia's gonna go to bed.
Sorry. I'm sorry. Now they are saying not to take what is it? Ibuprofen if you have symptoms of the COVID virus, because it causes problems. But I don't know.
I'm gonna make sure I got Sonia. Yes, I got Sonia on here.
Yeah.
Good morning, Hetty.
Good morning, Hetty, and thank you for the comment. It does look like part of the waters. I hadn't thought about that. Like, pretty cool. Thank you for your observation.
Hi, Food Forest.
I hope you feel better, Sonia. God's blessings on your day, hon. Hey, Food Forest. How are you doing today? Wow. It got quiet all of a sudden. What's
So-
with it?
So Kimmy, did I show you the one that caused me so much that took me forever to do?
Sure.
And
Show us again.
okay, and Sandy, finally, Liz Ann told me leave them alone. The wings said leave them alone, leave them as they are.
Yeah, they turned
So
out beautifully.
yes, that is what took me forever because it's so personal. You know, that represents, that's my grandmother's, that's in my room actually. My grandmother's dresser. No, what would you call it? Dressing table where you sit
Yeah.
down?
The dresser.
Or
Dressing table. Yeah, dressing table. You're right.
So I used to hide when my family would start fighting. So Casey said to do the before and after face as I am now. But
Mhm.
that's how I just felt like that's what I needed.
Right.
Because I felt like I broke out, but I was never alone because God always had an angel watching over me.
That's right. He was
And-
taking care of you.
I stressed over those wings. I just didn't, I stressed over them until Liz told me to stop stressing because they didn't have to be perfect. But yeah,
Leave something
that
to the
one,
imagination.
when I actually, my first of videos was me starting on that, opening up, opening my heart to what that was. And Vanessa, that's in here a lot, she sent me a necklace and I still have it. I haven't put it in my I have it in my jewelry thing right here. But it says, though she be little, she be fierce.
Yes.
And I wore that thing without taking it off for a long time because it just, every time I would get upset, like if my mom hurt my feelings or something, I could always go back to that.
Awesome.
And yeah, it says,
I'll
though,
make it bigger.
yeah, though
Yeah.
she be little, she is fierce.
Awesome.
So that meant so much to me when Vanessa sent it. And she was there for the first, like when I just kind of had a piece of paper and sketching out what was in my mind.
Right.
But it took a long time for me to do the little girl. And when I finally did the little girl, it was so emotional for me that when I stepped back from it, it was like I wasn't the one that painted it, and I cried for that little girl.
Hmm.
And Mama, when she saw it, come in the kitchen and saw it, it affected her the same way, and as well as Casey.
Yeah.
So I guess that was something that I was supposed to finish, but I had to do
Yeah.
it by
It's
myself.
very moving. It's a very moving piece.
Yep. I had to just, I could do like some of the stuff when we were doing Art Therapy Tuesday, but to finish it, I had to, it was almost like a journey, if
Mhm.
that makes sense.
Yes, it does.
Um,
When we paint or when we make things, whether it's 3-dimensional or 2-dimensional or whatever, like things like Sandy does, or like, the crafting or
like my
whether it's
hats.
sewing or embroidery or crochet and all that kind of things, you're putting a piece of you out there. You're putting a piece of it's a very intimate thing. It's your heart that you're putting out there. It's very much a part of you, and that's what makes some topics and some things that you paint harder to do, because it's such a deep part of you.
Even making a hat for Fridays. Sometimes I
Yes.
don't put a lot of thought, but like last Friday's was red. And I was looking at it and I'm like, what? This says lipstick red. Dwayne's name all over it. So the creation, the hat I did for last Friday, it developed from lipstick red to what it ended up being. So even some of my hats that are silly, like when Liz has, it has to jump out at me.
Yeah,
There's that creative part
I'm
that
that way too.
even in just a silly hat, on Fridays, if I made it from scratch, it's parts of me.
Right.
Yeah,
Yeah, that's true. I see your point, Food Forest.
force
Thank you,
feed.
Kim. That's very sweet of you.
Force feed.
Force feed called that a vanity, which is what his wife calls that thingy, he says.
Okay,
Go further up.
it is. I guess you sit there like I used to
No,
use it.
no. Not you painting it, but the piece of furniture that
Yeah,
you're huddled under.
yeah,
Yeah.
it is a vanity. It's just old.
Yeah. 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 I used
Aw.
to paint realistically, and I put it down for a little while because I was too much of a perfectionist. I became such a perfectionist because I wanted it to be just right, and it got to where it kind of drove me nuts. And so when I would go to the art league and we would all, paint together as a group, we would paint like whoever the instructor was for that month, we would paint something that they came up with. And I always painted it, and I got caught up in the perfection side of it. But people around me worried about the fact that I never finished a painting. And I never was able to tell them why I never finished it. But it didn't bother me that I didn't finish. But I figured out later that I didn't need to finish because my purpose was to learn something new. It wasn't going to be something that I would enter in a contest because that type of art was considered copy art, and you could not enter that into a show because everybody else was copying it too. It was a copy. You were learning. So you were learning. To me, I was learning things. And
so Sandy, I'm sure, is like that with
matter.
her jewelry.
I'm sorry?
I said, I'm sure, I know Sandy's like that with her jewelry because she says sometimes a stone, somebody wants something, but she has to have that say a stone has your name on it, or is that not right,
You have to have that
Sandy?
vision that it has to strike you.
It's got to talk to me.
Yes. And that's how it is with the painting. But that's one of the reasons why I love the abstract approach, is because it's so freeing. I can paint and I have such freedom. And it's just so different. It's so much more of a release.
Well, and when
Hey,
I knew going into it that I was going to do Denise a hat, and I knew Denise liked pink.
Mm-hmm.
So I went into doing that hat because I said the day before, now the hat that I'm making is going out to somebody special.
Let me make it big.
Oh yeah.
Ooh, yeah. Cool deal.
What if we put this on top of that?
Oh, then he can put his other chain, the chain that he's got.
Awesome. I kind of like that up there.
That is cool.
I kind of like that. To me, it looks more manly. I mean, it just,
yeah.
He said, "Not nice." Yeah, I think
he likes it.
Whoops. Yeah.
All righty.
Cool deal.
We will do that.
Yeah, that just added something. I don't know. That just hit it.
That made it pop.
I'm running out of silver, so I don't have, plate to make a bale out of. So just did that. Okay. If that'll work, then.
Okay. Let me take you off big.
Yes. Thank you.
You're welcome. Thank you.
But you know, I always say we came together. I was going to do an art show. A year was spent in the kitchen. Even though this room was in here, I'd bring stuff from this room in the kitchen.
Uh-huh.
But we were all brought together through our,
Hey, hillbilly.
what do you call it when you, through our aches and pains and, you know, all the things that we were going through.
Yeah.
And but it's amazing that I really was going to start an art room, and I met so many wonderful artists even when I was in the kitchen.
Yeah.
And everybody has a talent they don't know they have.
That's true.
Mama draws all the time. Mama draws all the time. If she's not working on Dreamcatcher, she's going to be sitting there with her colored pencils or markers.
She's sketching.
Tracy can put beautiful colors. She does beautiful colors.
Yes, she does. She puts wonderful colors together. That's a talent in itself. I mean, that's what interior designers do. You know, they're able to coordinate colors and you know, just make it all settle in just right.
Well, I was trying.
And that's what she does on her coloring pages. And
then Diana,
are you frozen?
Artfully Yours with Diana. She's basically blind. Legally, she's blind, and she still creates art.
Wow.
And Derek, he showed me some of the stuff he's been working on.
He is awesome too.
NASCAR man. 345. I have some of his, and it's amazing because he's legally blind, you guys.
Mm-hmm. It's awesome.
And
well, yes, I was too with the 2200 that I had before I had done.
That would be legally blind.
Yeah. So
definitely.
You know, it shows that God can still use us. Because Sandy's made a lot of people happy with their jewelry.
Yeah.
And making it.
Definitely. You got a happy camper right here. Very happy camper.
Sitting and watching as she's making things, taking, you know, asking Liz, oh, what stone do you think's the prettiest out of those? You know, and
yeah, she just flipped that right in on me. I just thought, oh, she just wants my opinion. She led me on down the path there, I tell you.
I mean, she knows I'm a long talker on my show. She's like, One day she said, I can make 2 rings and a couple of this and this and this, and Darlene will still be on.
And you were.
Yes, you were.
I got off.
People kept coming on, and it's like, okay, I gotta go. But
Kim, I don't know.
But my fast cutoffs.
I have to think about that, Kim.
My fast cutoffs are because Sandy, she said, oh, she'll say bye and da da da. So now I'll say, all right, I've got to go. It's 11:02, so I'll be gone by 11:05. So I love you guys. Liz, do your thing, and then poof, I'm out. And I usually will say, there, that's it, you, Sandy.
And you thought I had to say a Southern goodbye.
Yeah, so a lot of times when we're not on, when you guys don't see us and we're backstage, Liz will go, whew. That was tiring, and I'll say, yeah, but I did a fast
It's a high
goodbye.
energy. This is a high energy experience, and it's tiring, but it's a good kind of tired. You know, it's a good kind of tired.
A Southern goodbye is when you walk the person out the door. You say goodbye in the house and you hug, and then you get out to the car and you
Porch.
say goodbye and you hug, and then you're leaning in the window saying goodbye and hugging through the window. And then they're backing out down the driveway, and you're walking alongside of the car as they're backing out down the driveway, still
I
talking.
love you. I
And,
love you.
and
Yeah.
it gets to the street and you are still talking and they start to drive off and you take a couple more steps up the road with them.
And you're,
I love you. Bye.
Did Mama tell on me?
That's a Southern goodbye.
that's right. That's exactly it. That's a very good description.
Mama used to go out, follow Karen out, and be on the front porch. She'll say, "Mama, I'll be okay." And the last thing Mama will say, "Okay, be safe." She's back there laughing. She'll say, "Okay, be safe. I love you. I love you too, Mama. You go on back in the house. Okay." But that's what we do. I'd even lean in and give my grandbaby another kiss or two.
Yep. I mean,
That's funny.
you just walk them all the way to the street, and then you take a couple steps down the street too. As you're
Kimmy hit it on the head. Yes.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
a Southern too. That's a Southern goodbye.
Yep. Sometimes food's going out with them too.
Yep.
We've done that before the shutdown, didn't we, Mama? My brother-in-law would come by and, "What do you need? Bread? Do you need this?" And I'd be like, "All right, here's some bread. Would you have a couple tea bags for a gallon of tea?" "Well, here's a box because I got 4. So here's something else if you want
Right.
this. Da 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 da. And so,
Yep. Exactly.
but that's how we love.
Here, let me put that in a bag for you.
I know I was in the kitchen live one day and Tracy come by and I didn't even mute it. I think I said, "Well, yeah, I got this." And I opened the pantry and loading it down here and giving the bag and him saying, "Well, I didn't need a whole box." I said, "Oh, I got, 3 more." So you guys would get to hear some of the Southern goodbyes if they were going out the back door.
Yeah.
But
Yeah, we used to do that too. Whenever we'd have out of town company come, you'd send them off. They come spend the night or whatever. You'd send them off the next day or at the end of the weekend or whatever, and walk them out just like Sandy said. You walk them out walk out to the porch. You give them hugs, and you walk them out to the car. You say goodbye. You talk a little more. You say goodbye. Talk a little more. Stand at the end of the driveway and watch them go down the road after you wave.
all right,
You can't see them anymore.
and this is what happens when I walk back in the house. Keevan's sitting there looking at me. What have you been doing out there? You've been out there for 5 minutes. What? And I had this look. What? I was just telling her bye. It does not take 45 minutes to tell somebody bye.
Yes, it does.
And then I look at the TV and I'm like, "You started watching it without me? Why didn't you pause it?" "Well, you shouldn't have been outside that long." So that's how we do it in the Crawley house.
There you go. That movie, The Invisible Man, that Mama was talking about the other day, I saw on YouTube where it's available to rent or buy through YouTube.
What is it?
That one, The Invisible Man, the new one.
Oh, okay.
I
Mama,
saw it popped up in the recommendeds in the movies and such, and you can rent it or buy it on YouTube.
Mama, there's a legal way now for me to watch that movie.
And that might be how she watched it. I don't know.
Are you? She's talking about she saw where you can watch like Invisible Man on. It showed it on YouTube, I think, that you can buy it or.
Oh, yeah, buy it or rent it.
Yes.
Oh, there's Mama.
I got
There
it.
she is. I'm sorry. How long you been down there?
About 45 minutes.
Oh. You are not.
Not really. I just got here.
I'm sorry, honey. I didn't mean to ignore you.
Yeah,
Welcome
you did.
aboard.
Thank you.
You
Yeah, I
guys.
thought of you when I saw that. Post. I don't know if it was last night or night. No, it had to be last night because night before last night I went to bed early. Last night, yeah, I saw it on the list of movies on YouTube on the homepage. It came up The Invisible Man, and it said rent or buy. And I went on YouTube, and I went, really? I'll have to tell them.
Is it the new one?
Yes, ma'am.
I got mine FREE though.
Well, hey, that's fine. Someone sent you a free rental. Okay, gotcha.
Yeah, thank you. Thank you.
All right, guys. I am gonna.
All right,
Are you
Sandy.
fading?
Sandy.
Plenty of help now.
Sandy,
Are you fading, Sandy?
you can't leave just because I come on.
Yeah, I can.
No, you can't.
She says, tag team, you're it. She's doing like I had to do yesterday,
Yeah.
but I had to leave yesterday because Chica had her vet appointment. And I gotta tell you, before you leave, Sandy, that vet appointment was really different. But they had warned us they were gonna be doing something like this whenever we had brought her the time before. We drove up there. I got out like usual. I saw people in their cars, and I knew that they were talking about doing that so people wouldn't be in the waiting room. So I thought, I wonder if the waiting room is full or if everybody's having to sit out here all the time. So I get up to the door, and there's a sign saying, okay, please wait in your car and give us a call. Let us know you're here, and we will come out and get your pet. So they came out, and they got her. And she's looking at me like, what are they doing? What? I'm leaving you. No. So calmed her down, and she went inside. And then they called me, and they told me what all they had done. They took my credit card over the phone, or my debit card, actually, in this case, over the phone. And then they redelivered it out to the car along with the food and everything else, and her medicines and everything. And of course, over the phone, they told me what we needed to do. And it was like, drive up doggy service.
Yeah.
Worked out great, and there were people coming and going all around us. And so, yeah, it was interesting. They had warned us that they may have to do something like that, but they talked like they would have some people inside but I guess they elected to just do it cold turkey this way, and better for all, less contact. Ma'am?
Better safe than sorry.
Yes,
Yeah.
exactly. And it wasn't very long that we had to wait. I mean, we had to wait our turn, of course. I guess we were out there about half an hour, but that's about how we'd be in there in the inside. So in the room and all.
Shame on you. I'd have done the same thing.
Oh, well, yeah. I hope they give him some antibiotics today so he can get that tooth taken care of.
Kevin had to have some cream called in. He's bad about getting poison ivy. I'm telling you guys.
Poison oak or poison ivy, one or the other.
I've got plenty of calamine. Sandy, I love
God
you.
bless, Sandy. I love you, hon.
Guys, later this morning, I'm going to be on.
Okay.
Be careful, hon.
Okay.
This time I'm coming
Thank
on. I mean, I'm gonna watch you,
Thank
even
you.
if I get sleepy. Thank you, Sandy.
Thank you, Sandy. I appreciate you being there for me.
All right.
Love you, girl. Love you. God bless.
She don't know how to take all that sappy I love yous.
Yeah.
Well, I know. We were doing our southern goodbye. She just poofed out here.
Okay. I come across this yesterday, and I brought it in here with some of my old journals. But it was my high school memories book.
Oh, cool. Yeah.
And what surprised me, because I always said, all I wanted to do was graduate, get married, have kids, be a good nanny to my grandkids.
Uh-huh. And there you are.
I thought, wait, I know, but
I'm sorry, Kim.
what is it?
Oh, yeah.
He said he has a very weak immune system.
Oh,
He has
my.
Addison's disease.
Oh, my goodness.
What is it, a dentist you're going to?
Yeah, he's got an abscess tooth.
Well, tell the dentist to come out there and yank it out through the window.
No, he's got not an abscess tooth. You gotta
I'm just
have
going
some
on.
antibiotics is gonna, that kind of,
I know.
it's strong on
Yeah, I do.
on your immune system too.
You know,
I pray they'll be okay.
I think the
Yes.
dentists always, they wear their mask when they're working on you, and they wear their gloves and all that. I think a dentist is a cleaner atmosphere than going to a regular doctor.
Yeah, sometimes.
Regular doctor.
Well, of course, you got people who
Oh,
are just there for their
well,
whatever with their mouth.
That's what Casey worries about with me and Mama, because he knows that our immune system isn't great. But
it's
I have been
compromised.
taking vitamins, Mama,
Good.
every morning.
Good. I do
Good.
too.
Those vitamins Mama gave me, I've been taking
Then
them
I
every.
snack all day.
Yay.
And okay. This looking ahead. This was in my book, and I was shocked.
Good deal.
Looking ahead, education, and this was in 1983.
Okay.
Opelika Tech. That's what I wanted to do.
What?
Opelika Tech. It was a technical school. I wanted to
okay.
do something with art.
Oh, cool.
My occupation at the time, I was working in the cotton mill. I went to school during the week and worked the cotton mill the weekend shift.
Uh-huh.
So Monday mornings was always hard for me to get up because I'd work till midnight. Sunday night, it was 12 in the afternoon to midnight. Then I had a long ride back home. So it was pretty rough. Marriage. Certainly not in the near future. Family. Hopefully none.
Oh my gosh.
I graduated in May. Met that person in October. And 3 months later, I was married.
Wow.
A year and a half. Then I had Tiffany,
Yeah.
and then went straight. And then we divorced and went to Kevin. So I thought when I saw this, I'm like, oh no. Oh, thank you, Elias. And we will, Kimmy. So, you guys, this is a mishmash. All right, make me big. I'm going to show you guys. This is my high school pictures.
Okay. Let me make you big.
Yeah. Okay. All right. That's me and one of the little guys that I guess crushed on me. He was a lot younger. That's home ec up there.
Mm-hmm.
That's me riding the bus. I didn't have to ride the bus, but I wanted to. Let me get that right. You know how StreamYard is. Right there.
Mm-hmm.
That's a friend of mine.
Cool.
There.
Yeah.
And that little girl loved me to pieces. And let me see. Oh, we had to dress up punk rock one day. I'm in the middle, guys.
That's good.
That is me in the middle. And then the two up here were my good friends right above, the guy and the girl with the.
Oh, cool. Yeah.
She died not long after. And then there's me in the same that way.
Oh.
Hardly tell the guys from the gal.
And but she died. Oh, and those were my lunch friends right here.
Yeah.
Where's the one you stuffed in the locker?
No, this is the other high school. This was this was the other high school.
Oh, okay.
But my graduation, let me see which picture. Yeah, I think I've showed that one before.
A lot of awkward at going there. You're right about that.
I know. I had to because my hair's so thin. See, you can see.
Oh, that's a beautiful picture of you.
And, Darlene never thought she was pretty.
Nope, never did.
Oh my goodness, but you are.
And I was pregnant with
You
Tiffany.
still are.
Well, thank you. And then I was a bridesmaid. You guys, I was a bridesmaid. I was a bridesmaid 3 times before I ever got married.
My goodness.
And the groom is who I'm holding on to. And I went to the bachelor party.
Oh no.
Oh my gosh.
And the last time I went live, thank you, Denise. The last time I went live, you guys, and it was on.
What the heck? How's she? What?
Uh,
Now she's doing the pop out like she accuses me of doing. What's that
yeah,
about?
she
Let me.
froze. Yeah, you froze, but now you're gone.
Yeah, I don't know. Device not connected. Okay, here she comes. Welcome back.
Okay.
Yes.
What? See, those hard pictures kick me out. So yes, Annette was on. Was it? I think yesterday, and we were talking about how they adopted me into their family, and so that was her first wedding. But anyway, and there's yeah, that's my cap and gown picture.
Oh, that's beautiful. You're beautiful.
And she
Thank
always
you.
thought she was fat too.
I was told that.
But you
No,
weren't.
you're not.
I was
But you're
told
not.
that.
You want, me,
So
you want me to take you off the big?
yes, please.
Denise says you're still beautiful.
Yes,
Thank
you are.
you. And my kids said, well, Casey still says, I think really mom just don't tell anybody, but she was one of the mean girls. He said, because she had her looks of a mean girl. I said, no, I wasn't. I said, because I didn't feel
That
like
way.
I
Yeah.
was pretty.
Yeah.
And this is what I told my kids. I told my oldest daughter, because my middle daughter, the younger daughter never felt pretty. Tiffany never felt pretty, and she was beautiful.
Mm.
Beautiful.
She is.
Yes,
But my oldest daughter, Brandy, she knew she was pretty. She knew she was very pretty. Her and Casey looked just alike. But I told her one day, I sat her down and I said, because her career choice was not one that a 12-year-old should have been wanting to think about. But anyway, I told her, I said, baby, if you never listen to anything I ever tell you, and I think she's about 11 or 12, I said, beauty, I said, goes away.
Bye, David.
Bye, David. And
Hi,
I
David.
said,
Thanks for coming in. We appreciate it.
I said, your mama
George,
is very pretty. I said, but there's going to come a time that as she gets older, she's not going to have all these men looking at her. And I said, you've got to make sure your inside is pretty, not worry about your outside.
Amen.
Thank you, Elias. Thank you.
Yes,
So that,
thank you,
that was the advice that I gave.
This was your older daughter?
The oldest, Brandy.
Yeah.
I told her, my other daughter always felt bad because she said she wasn't pretty like Brandy and Casey. That's why.
I'm not trying to interrupt you by
Oh,
posting.
no, I'm reading I always love reading the Bible scriptures. Thank you, Elias. I love reading
Yes,
them.
thank you.
But she said one time, she said, I wish I'd been born from you and Daddy.
Oh.
And I wouldn't be ugly.
Oh.
Like that blankety blank.
Yeah.
And I said, Tiffany, you're beautiful. You are beautiful. You are your own person. Casey's his own person.
Yeah.
Brandy's her
Right.
own person. But, so even though I tried to instill different with my kids than what I was treated, they still wasn't comfortable in their skin. And that's hard, so hard when you want your children to feel better than what you did growing up.
Right.
I sure will, Tim.
Tim, guys, what's today? Thursday?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. You guys just pray for him because now he did go in the store with me. I told him he didn't have to.
God bless you, Elias. You have a blessed day, hon. Thank you for everything. Appreciate
He's
your
been
support.
isolated in his room now all week.
Yeah.
Mm.
All right, Elias, we love you.
Yes, we need to keep Casey on our prayer list.
Yeah, he's heck, sometimes I won't see him, or I'll knock on the door and he'll have headphones on, so he's kind of closed off right now.
Hmm.
Everybody is dealing with this stuff differently,
Oh yeah, that's right. That's right.
and it's rough on somebody that already, like when we were in Kroger before they got real bad about quarantine and all that. When they first started talking about it, this woman sneezed and he saw spit go all over the
That's right.
the self checkout.
Right.
His eyes got big and he was ready to go, and I thought it was another urgency, but he had that look. And when he gets that look, sometimes I may have to leave the buggy.
Hmm.
He had to get out right then. And when we got out in the car, he told me that woman did that. So, he's not wanting to be part of that right now. Oh, he went in Walmart with me to get those fans. He did do that.
Uh-oh, Darlene's froze again.
I'm froze again?
Yeah, with your mouth open.
Oh, no.
You want me to take a shot of it?
No.
Oh, come on.
No.
She's back. You're back. You're back. Oh no, she popped out. Girlfriend.
Oh, now she's back.
Am I back?
Yep.
Yes.
Look, if I don't have my mouth hanging open at least in one stream or another, I'm not
Yeah.
alive.
That's funny.
Well, we all are do that,
Yeah. Oh yeah. Oh my
Kimmy,
goodness.
Elias, see, you're as bad as Mama. Nice froze picture. I'm gonna. I guess Mama snagged it. Look, see, even
okay.
4-speed knows. Mama already took 5 shots of that, Norgus.
Yeah, he knows me.
Oh my goodness gracious.
You guys, it's at the point now I can go back to my real name, but I'm just Norgus now.
Oh no, I think that you need to just keep it just the way it is.
I
Yeah.
do too. Hey, Misha.
Good morning, Misha, my love.
Hey, good morning.
I got a Facebook. I've got FaceTime you when we get off here. I got a FaceTime with you.
Haley, what are you
With
doing?
who?
Oh, you after the
Whoa,
kid.
But
Who are you
Go ahead.
FaceTiming with after?
huh,
Who are you FaceTiming with after?
Misha?
Oh, okay.
But
I'm just trying to understand who you meant. That's all.
I know.
Well, sometimes when Darlene ain't got nobody to talk to, she FaceTimes herself.
Yeah, I could get the real one up and join the
Yeah.
real one
Right.
with another avatar and be sitting
There you go.
there and say, "Well, Darlene,
Darlene.
how are you doing today?"
Well, Norgus,
And then I could type. Yeah, then I could type on the other laptop. I'm doing fine. How are you? Oh, you are so pretty today, Norgus. Well, thank you, Darlene.
Yeah.
My imaginary friend, 4-speed.
Oh, there you go.
Yeah, and revisited.
Yeah, 4-speed. My imagination. That was my imaginary playmate. In my whole family knew that me and Norgus run around talking and playing together. What did I look like? I mean, in the yard. This little kid just chatting away with somebody and playing with them.
Kid thing.
Did you ever hold hands with her?
Huh?
Did you ever hold hands with her out in the yard?
I probably did the little thing like the kids do like this. What did I look like doing that by myself?
But little kids do those things. I mean, it's just normal.
And that's why spiritual superhero coaching, which is Joel,
Mm-hmm.
he said that my imagination is what brought, what caught him was my imagination.
Yeah.
And there was something about him, that it hit me just right. So
Well, I don't
Patty
guess I
cake,
had
yeah.
an imaginary friend.
you were chasing after your older brother, making him miserable
I
because
know it.
you
I don't
weren't
know if
supposed to go to Boy Scouts
That
and
was
all
the
that.
fun. That was the fun of my life.
I don't know if I had an imaginary friend or not. I probably did.
Well, I grew
I
up with
probably.
all these boys, Bobby and Neil
Hmm.
and Jerry and
Mama
Sam.
was tomboy.
Yeah,
I was too, but I was the only child till I was 12 and a half.
they didn't like me because I could beat them in marbles.
Yep.
Yeah, I won
Beat
every
them in
one of their marbles.
basketball. I could
She
beat them
could
in
whistle louder.
football, baseball, everything.
Yeah, I could whistle louder.
The boys always had this thing where they tried to throw a baseball as hard as they could at somebody, and for them to catch it and burn
Yeah,
their palm. Man, I could burn their palm.
See,
we mostly played softball. The bigger ball.
Yeah, I did too. But the boys, before
We
we
had to play in a cow pasture.
sometimes during recess, they would just have their gloves and a hard ball, and they would be just
Yeah.
throwing it.
See,
And
Denise is like me. She had a whole
I would do that.
imaginary place. I would have every time we moved, I found my imaginary place. Look, does spin the bottle count? I played that.
Oh, I did too.
That used to be a kissing
Post
game.
Post office.
No, I'm gonna tell you what's freaky. I was about
Let's see.
I was like 16 or 17, and I went to this girl's birthday party, and she was a couple years younger and even had a younger sister, and there were so many people there. Well, her mom and dad was drinking, and so was this other couple. Do you know they got in on the spin the bottle? That was, it landed on that grown man. This chick, I knew that was wrong and messed up.
Yeah.
Then
yeah.
when we went hayride, there was two different trucks, and this woman was with her daddy, and this man was with the mama in the other truck. Look,
Oh no.
yeah, and I had a date. I already knew that was a messed up situation. I had that feeling, and then as I got older, I knew that was a wrong. I know now what was going on, but the whole thing of grown-ups
Yeah.
getting in on spin the bottle with 13, 14, 15, year olds. That's
yeah.
gross.
Yeah, that is gross.
Yeah, that's some of that swappy woppy stuff, and
I
see,
remember
Right.
we played spin the bottle one time. I was about 15 or 16. And it hit on me and this boy, and we went out we were supposed to go out to walk.
Hmm.
So we went out to walk, and he says, "You want to do anything?" Meaning kiss back then.
yeah,
Yeah.
I said, "No." So we turned around and went back to the party. Doggone it, I could kick myself now, even 50 years later, 60 years later.
see, it was even a swimming party. So you guys think about it. It was a pool party too.
Oh boy. Yeah, that's an open invitation right there to all kinds of mess.
Yeah, freaky deaky watching all the girls. So
Yeah.
I'm like
that's
you a lot. I talk to myself too, but I call it thinking out loud.
yeah, I do too.
Well, I talk to myself, and I also answer myself.
Hey, you need a good opinion,
Right.
And I did not realize until recently, my mom does talk to you guys a lot about me. I asked them, did you say what I cooked last night since I didn't bring it and sit it in front of
I
you?
did.
Speed said you did.
Yes, I did.
And that macaroni and cheese and those baked beans were good. I didn't eat the meat.
Well, the meat was good and tender.
So I told them I didn't put it in the oven. And I wonder if your sandwich machine would do cookies. I wonder if I put these in the...
What are you doing with that in there?
I don't want to heat up the oven. It's too hot.
Yeah, but, you don't share. You went to the store yesterday and you
It may
They
not
were
have it.
out. We went in Walmart. We didn't go in
yeah
Kroger.
those
No, I wasn't gonna walk all the way.
What the heck?
disconnected.
I
Charlene's
didn't.
gone again.
Yeah, I hope.
Yeah,
Come back. Whoa, where are you? It's still broadcast. Nice. Guys, come on back. Oh boy. Told me he was able to get some Fritos. So, oh well. Everybody else still there? Are we all still there? Hello? Anybody? Okay. So, all right. I don't know what's going on.